Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you a little midday money on a Sunday, September the 4th. A week away from NFL Sunday, but really only, I guess what, 10 hours away from Look Headlines, your first NFL edition Look Headlines tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Thursday NFL action. Wow. All right, NFL's here. College football's here. And you're here on a Sunday. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you know each and every day we post here. Yeah, picks and parlays, winning free picks, Max Wager Network, wherever you are. Again, comments help keep the chat going. Weekends, it's me and Tim. But during the week, we'll have Allie Burns with us. And then I just noticed that, Tim, Chris King still does just parlays. I had no idea. I thought.
Yeah, he still does it. He wanted to do it, so they said, "All right, have fun." And Scott Reichel does it with him. So,
all right,
yeah, still do it.
I was just going through the Max Wager channel, giving myself likes off of my Sean Higgs YouTube channel, not the winning free pick. I have a Sean Higgs YouTube if you like to. The Sean Higgs YouTube. There's some that's why I put the little college March Madness previews kind of stuff, because I can't load up like 40 tournaments that are 4 minutes long on winner free picks, because they just don't get, they don't get the views. I don't know, it's split up between picks and parlays and bookie blasters, match wagers, all the channels, so they kind of spread out. So I just throw them on there because I still have like 1,000 some followers over there. I don't know. Anyway, 7-Day Steal is scrolling across the bottom. And we've had a few over the last couple of days. Why not? You know what? I'm actually I put in the chat here because someone bought it yesterday. They paid $39 when you could have paid $31.20 for a week. And why not? Why not? Winning day baseball yesterday. We go 2-1 overall. Yesterday in the chat, though, we drop it 0-1. Raise run line. There you go. Let's just pitch the Judge in the top of the ninth. Let's pitch the Judge. Yeah. Only guy in the Yanks who hit the ball. What are we doing? Tampa Bay cost me 170. Cost me a 176 run line play. Rough one. Still a 2-1 day. The package comes through. White Sox. And of course I don't do a White Sox run line plus 140. I'm like, you know what? I'm a little worried about their bats. Cease on the hill. And I don't even know what I was thinking. Anyway, I laid a favorite yesterday. And it did hit. So we are now 58-35 with our faves. 180 and 130 with our totals. 183, 181 in the chat plus 2390. Dodgers run line we had yesterday after it lost the night before. I was going to come back with that. So 2-1 winning day there. Overall baseball, again, 452, 436 plus 3153. 447, 446 plus 1503. Half runs, they add up. Half points in football, they add up. If you think 1,500 is bad in baseball, wait till you add a full season of college football, NFL football, college hoops, NBA basketball. Half points across those sports. Each 1,500 could turn into 8,000, just like that. So shop around. No reason why you can't have multiple odds. I don't care what state you're in. Even if listen, I'm in Texas. Believe me, I got plenty of places to get down on here. All right. There's a vast ocean. There's a Caribbean Ocean. A lot of stuff in that Caribbean to get down on. And if you're really tech savvy, you can still bet in states that have sports betting that's legal. Not condoning that kind of behavior. Don't need the SEC and the FBI coming to town, people's houses. Anyway, should I say that? Now I'm on a watch list. Whatever. I'll wave to the watch list.
FBI, open up.
I know, right? College basketball, college football. 5-6 now. It was 1-5 yesterday. Hi, 4-1 day. Bowling Green jumps out to a nice lead. I'm thinking, here we go. We're going to have a great day today. They blow it late, right? A little late loser there, but Air Force never in doubt. San Antonio almost a doggy outright. Arizona, the doggy outright. Florida, doggy outright. So after a rough little patch, 4-1 in the video, 3-2 in premiums, a nice 7-3 college football day. Not too shabby. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Today, LSU over against Florida State. Give me the over here. And really, and I said this about Florida State. I'll repeat myself because I do. Because I just, if you have your little plan, the way you think, it's really not going to change. Now this total was a 50. I think I did the video last night. Now I see a 51, 51 and a half. I don't think it's going to matter. That being said, Norville on the hot seat. Kelly breaking in the new regime here. As good as he did in Notre Dame, we're going to talk about them in a second. He really didn't have these kind of caliber players. Yeah, you get 4 stars, 5-star recruits here. Nothing like what he's got here. I expect the offense to be good. I expect the Florida State offense to be improved. Like we've seen Memphis go off the rails without this guy. And I don't know if he had a really lot to work with in Florida State recruit-wise. I don't know. I'm the Noles. I don't want to say they're teetering on not being relevant because they haven't been like relevant in a bit, but the state of Miami, like your football programs here, Gators down a little bit, although huge win yesterday. Miami, listen, I'm a Kane guy. Hello, 70 versus Cookman. Really? I mean, I think I could have got a run. I put me in the tight end. I'll be all right. I could have scored a touchdown. But we'll just go over here in this matchup. Back to Notre Dame. So Ohio State, we talk about the old, get a good line. Well, here's another good line loser. And I said yesterday, did I write down my good lines yesterday? I think I've lost, 5 of the good lines? Another good line, 14 and a half. Can't get there. And let me tell you, so I was like, I'm high on Ohio State, right? I'm like, I think Stroud's probably your Heisman guy. Could be I thought maybe the top 1-2 offenses in football. Notre Dame's secondary. I don't think there's a 4-star, 5-star recruit in their secondary. Couldn't get anything going. I didn't think Notre Dame was the 5th best team in the land. I still don't think they're the 5th best team in the land, although I will downgrade Ohio State significantly. Yeah, you won by double digits. I mean, you miss a field goal. I was watching the first half, and I'm not a big game watcher. I was watching. It was 7-3. I'm watching the game. And then when Notre Dame went up, I'm watching this guy who hadn't thrown 10 passes in his life in college football. Didn't look good. And then he threw a prayer up, bounced around, got caught for a big gain and scored a touchdown. Like, I don't want to say it's a fluke play, but really, the ball's tipped. The guy's on the ground. He catches the tip, and it turns into something big. A big run. I'm still not high on Notre Dame. And I've definitely downgraded my Ohio State stock a little bit after that outing. I'm not going to be rushing to go overs, although I did save myself with them. Again, I saw the winning day yesterday all around. But I did dive into some live betting on that under after that first quarter because that was just, I don't know, bad outing for Buckeye fans. At least in my eyes.
I feel like with that game, I want to compare it to last year's week 1 between Georgia and Clemson. Just 2 low-scoring games between a couple of the better teams. Although Clemson was not good last year, and we realized
Clemson's
that real
offense, their quarterback threw 9 touchdown passes last year. So we're going to see on Monday if he's improved. And also, Georgia defense, obviously haven't skipped a beat. They won 49-3 yesterday.
Yeah, no. Yeah. They're going to be another
I can't say Georgia and Clemson are Ohio State and Notre Dame. I mean, Clemson,
I meant it's like a similar matchup. I still think Ohio State is going to be is a top 3 school. And
Ohio State last year, I remember I bet them. I bet Minnesota at home against Ohio State in week 1. I think I got a cover there. The next week they lost at home to Oregon as a monster fave. So here's a spot I'm thinking you barely won in week 1. You lost at home in week 2 against Oregon, and we just saw how Oregon did on the road against Georgia.
Oh God, I mean,
All right,
two different teams.
I mean,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, but 2 different teams. You're still, it's the same recruits basically. Your same kind of players. I mean, if
I will
Ohio
say,
State,
Ohio State does not lose next week. They get Arkansas State, so they do not lose.
no, I'm just you better get right. All I'm saying
Oh
is
yeah,
a reason why I kind of liked them, and I went on here. I've said it. I said on Ross Benjamin's show. I said on Picks Probably's free pick shows. I thought Ohio State would get to a 44 in their sleep. I thought this game would be 24-9 at the half or something, like them just kind of chugging away. No answer for him throwing the ball. And then there was a good spot where I guess it was a 3rd and 7. And again, this is only because I was watching the game. I had that game on. I think I was watching some of the Florida game on the screens here.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a good replay and a good call by the guys doing the game. I don't even know who did the game. And they're like, he's calling hike. They're snapping the ball, and the 3 receivers are standing up talking to each other. Like they're all laid off the block. They're talking like they're not even in the game, basically. What's going on here? He's snapping the ball, and 3 guys split trips on one side are looking at each other, pointing. Like, how do you have that after a month of practice and you're Ohio State? And it's like, I don't know. Stupid stuff.
It's week 1. I feel like it's first game of the year. Get the jitters out, and then next, obviously they get it. I don't want to say a tune-up game, but they get a nice game next week, and then they should be able to. What do they get week 3? I still think Ohio State would be. I mean, even though we saw Alabama and Georgia both roll, Ohio State would probably still be the team that I choose this year. They get Toledo the following week, so they get 2 tune-up games.
Yeah. And a couple other games I watched. So the Gator game, I was watching a little bit of that one. And what I said yesterday here, I said, somebody's like, well, how do you like Utah or Florida? Because everybody's on the Gators. I'm like, yeah, I mean, they went from a 2-point dog to a 3-point fave.
Yeah.
And you're still traveling across country. You're still in Florida. And as much as you have a home field, Florida's a pretty good home field. You're not used to that kind of weather. I mean, listen, it's a change. You're not used to that. You come down, you're like, what the hell? Where am I? You know, it's like walking out of the shower.
You look up and down the recruit list for Utah, and it was a bunch of guys from the Southeast. So it's like,
well, again, that's fine, but they're not playing there every week.
No.
Kudos for scheduling it. You were in it. I mean, again, Florida. Where's the respect for Florida? They weren't. And I said this. I think I said to you when we talk about it. These guys, granted, Trask is in the NFL. They were in a championship game for the SEC 2 years ago, right? They still. It's not like this is some garbage team that all of a sudden was like 3-9 or something. You know, they still have good recruits. The head coach is a solid guy. You know, and Utah, I like Utah, and I think they should win the Pac-12. But hey, if they would have won there, you get picked off in the end zone. On the flip side of that, you also picked up a huge 35-yard run on like a 4th down or 3rd down, which was kind of like a busted play. Like nobody's in the center field there.
Correct.
And other wacky games, you're NC State, hello field goal kickers. I mean, we saw a bunch of, how about, we'll just move on from that one. How about Wyoming, right? I said we like Illinois, definitely on the under there, and I got a good number. I got to win on that under Illinois. I said, let's just take Wyoming in week 2. They were a +2 home dog versus Tulsa. When your quarterback was 9 at 20 and throws for 35 yards or 40 yards, that line went to 6, 7. I'm like, I couldn't bet Wyoming at that point. I'm like, you know what? I can't. Here you go. They had a chance to win with the field goal 3-pointer, I was going to call it. Where's my mind? Mm-hmm. He banks it all or he misses that one. I think they did winning, but crazy game there. And Appalachian State, we had them never in doubt. Appalachian State. How are you? North Carolina. Okay, they're running the ball back. You're thinking, what just happened here? App State should have been in the cover. They run the ball in for a touchdown. And then you let them come right down the field in 30 seconds?
North Carolina's in trouble. Yes, they're 2-0. Fantastic. They're in trouble.
I mean, besides the fact that if the guy didn't kind of trip and stumble and slight overthrow, you could say he could have caught either way. You should have lost that game either way, because then you're down by a point and they're kicking a ball off with a minute to go, and we'll see what happens. So woulda, coulda, shoulda, but some crazy games for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely a fun weekend.
Let's get to the comments section here. Again, Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, the picks are posted. I got all my college football up 11-8 on the season, 58%. Again, people will be like, "Oh, you're 11-8." I don't worry about the record. Look at the percent wise. It's not like we're taking, baseball. You look at records, be like, "Oh, the records is," you got favorite stuff involved. I'll take that over the course of the season because it's not like it's like, "Hey, it's 11-8. We're taking minus 400 faves here." Not the case. Not the case. Michael, good morning. 9 college football, 5 MLB, 4 UFC, 5 live bets for around 3 grand. Finish the day down $5 in 3 accounts. That's a full day of action, Michael.
Oh, so you paid $5 to watch all these events. Cool. I will say UFC, I really wanted Tai Tuivasa to win that main event. It was a big boy fight, and Tai Tuivasa is one of my favorite fighters. He's Australian, and whenever he wins, someone will throw him a shoe and a beer, and he'll do a shoey, and he'll do him all the way back to the locker room. He's phenomenal. If you ever get a chance, and even his walkouts, just look up Tai Tuivasa walkouts. It's phenomenal. He's walked out. What did he come out to yesterday? It was like he's come out to like the Spice Girls wannabe Titanic music. Girls just want to have fun. Like he is just there for entertainment. He is phenomenal. So just look up Tai Tuivasa walkouts, and you'll have a good time.
Can you come out to like the Smurfs music or something? That'd be funny.
What did he come out? I'm gonna go look up what he came out to yesterday, and I'll let you know. It was another one of those fun ones.
Took the Braves even money. I got it myself. Want to take the over in the Cubs and the Cards game. Let's pull up some Cubs and Cardinal action. This was a 7.5 last night. You want to go over this guy, huh? You want to go over the Cubs and Cardies? Let's see what we got on the mound here. Stroman and Mikolos, huh? I mean, Cubs on an overrun. Cards on a big overrun. They've just been winning. Under 8-3-1 last 12 here, it says, in KC. Or in St. Louis, rather. It's a flat 8, so it's gone up a half run. No, I'm looking at the wrong game. That's Minnesota. So 7.5s. I mean, here's the thing with, obviously, I got Giolito. I got an over today there. I got a team off, basically a no-hitter. I'm looking for runs after you get kind of shut out. Sundays are an under the game for me. It's usually a rest day. Corenzo, welcome. Thanks for popping in. But yeah, Mets were $4. I'm sure people got buried yesterday. Rays under, yeah. Rays again. We said the Rays all weekend here. Rays for the sweep. Yankees not making the playoffs. I know Tim thinks I'm crazy. It's not far-fetched. The lead is going to be down to 4.
Yeah, they got 5-game lead in the division.
Well, after they lose today, then what?
7.5 games. Do you really think Baltimore makes up 8 games on the Yankees for the rest of the year?
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like Baltimore has the schedule to make a wild card, but to pass the Yankees.
I don't know. How about Minnesota comes down here, takes 2 of 4, then they lose it 2 or 3 again to Tampa. Then Boston's going to take 1 from them. I don't care how bad Boston is. Boston will still want to beat the Yankees.
Well, yeah.
Milwaukee, you can get Burns and Woodruff. If they get those 2 guys, they're not winning those games. So that's 1 and 3. Hopefully you beat the Pirates. 4 at home versus Boston, you're splitting. At Toronto, at that point, the Yanks could be in second place to Tampa Bay. Let's be honest. So then the pressure's on, and people are going to be calling for Boone's head. I could see them getting swept. I could see them coming out of Boston 1 and 3, losing 2 or 3 to Toronto. Baltimore sweeping them in New York. I will not be shocked.
I mean, nothing would make me happier than not seeing the Yankees make the playoffs. I mean, that would be phenomenal for them to have, oh my God, they're going to be the best team in baseball. They're going to have the most wins and this and that and other. And then they miss the playoffs altogether.
I know this is wrong because I said we're not betting Navy at all. So I know I didn't say Navy. All right. Yeah, Air Force. I had Air Force in the chat. I did not have Navy. You made a mistake.
Is it safe that you could say that your under 91.5 wins is still alive now?
I mean, seriously, right?
79-54 right now.
It's alive. It's
alive.
It's like Frankenstein. White Sox money line and over? No money line with Giolito. Over for sure. Tampa Bay, absolutely. I was looking at teasing FSU and the over. I throw the teasers out here like, hey, let's take the big numbers, 30s, 40s, bring them down to the 20-point, little bit a better kind of range. But this one here, you want to tease SFU up with the 6 here, right? 2-teamer to double digits basically. And the over. I do like the over anyway. So if you want to do that and you think Norville's going to have the squad show up and it's a one-score kind of game, again, I just like the over. I don't know, Tate. It's still a new coach. I like the over. I think we'll see some points on the board. Mike Downey's in the house. Let's LSU tonight. Let's go. I'm on the over. I don't care. I just want a lot of points. ECU missing those kicks save my parlay. Money line parlay coming through for Tony.
NC State looked well. I will say, out of that game, we got one of two things: either NC State is overrated, or East Carolina is a good team this year. Which one we get, I don't know, but we either get one or the other.
How about it's a good dogfight, in-state rivalry game, and NC State kind of. I mean, they were up 2 touchdowns, weren't they?
They were up 21-7 at halftime, finished 21-20. They had 7 plays from inside the 2.
So they didn't really get much done.
Yeah. The ECU's defense was solid in the second half.
I mean, I credit that home field, home state, in-state rivalry, stuff like that. Big brother, little brother. ECU's going to play up to that. But if NC State made a play, that game is not close. And missed field goal at the end, missed extra points don't matter.
Sure.
You had ECU, so I know you covered it. So you're happy.
Oh, yeah.
Danny, I would take Fetty. I'm a Fetty backer. Do I think Carrasco should be a 380 favorite? Absolutely not. I mean, how are we laying $3 with the Mets? Is that a joke? Is that a joke with Cookie Carrasco? No way.
Oh, I'm not betting it. I will say the Mets are the best team after a loss, but
no way.
I'm not laying that number. And the run line is 145. No, thank you.
No way.
And I'm a Mets fan.
No, I can't. How are you doing that? No way they lose again? You bet him yesterday. I'm not saying you, Dan. I'm just saying people are like, I had the Mets yesterday with Scherzer on the hill. I'll lay $4. Easy winner. I'll put it in my parlay, and I'm going to triple my bet with the Mets in this parlay. They should win. It loses all over the place, and now you're going to come back with Carrasco laying this. Now, yeah, it's the Nats. Are they going to be happy they beat Scherzer yesterday, who leads with a apparent injury or he's sore?
Left arm fatigue. He said he could have went out there in the 6th. He didn't want to risk it. It's a game against the Nationals. Who cares? Save yourself for the playoffs, which I believe the Mets' lucky number for the playoffs is like 16. So I don't know. You don't need to be pushing it if you don't feel 100%.
This is what I said to you like beginning. I said that him and DeGrom, you can't have these guys running deep in these games now.
No, you can't. Absolutely not.
And for Scherzer to come up lame on September 5th, I'd be like, you know what? All right, let's just not that I'm say they should be worried, but the Braves are still kind of nipping on their heels a little bit. I'd be, because if they get overtaken, it's going to be like, oh my, the sky is falling. Here comes chicken.
Mets are going to Mets. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I hear that all the time. Oh, Mets are going to Mets. Mets are going to Mets. It's going to happen.
We know he had a great month, Zach Gallen. That's our guy.
Do I want to laying 150 on him, and I'm not touching a run line?
It's tough laying 150 with him just because of the team. But the run line might be. I mean, the run line's plus 160, Mike. So Dave goes 16-12 in college football so far against spread. That's solid. That's good. You play that. That's going to be a 60% season, Dave. Most people look at it and be like, it's terrible. It's only 4 games better. Don't look small, folks. That is a nice week. LSU, FSU. I guess I would lean dog, but again, I'm not getting involved on a side. Give me the over. And Tim, what do you think on this? You got opinion on the side for the
I
state
am not
schools
betting
here?
the game. Nick likes the under, but I am not betting this game.
I see 4s now from a 3 all the way up to a 4 now with this game.
I just see no value in it. If anything, maybe look towards LSU because, no. What are most of the teams? Most of the teams that played last week are actually covering minus Nebraska. So I guess I would kind of lean towards FSU because they played last week versus Duquesne. But
Let's see if you fade teams that played the week before, you will be 58% taking the team that had not played. That was coming into this weekend.
Western Kentucky covered. Nebraska didn't. Northwestern didn't play. UConn won and covered. Okay, Utah State didn't. Wyoming covered. Illinois covered the early spread, did not cover the late spread. UNC covered. FAU did not. North Texas. Did North Texas cover versus SMU yesterday?
I don't even know.
I know UTEP. I don't know what they did. Nevada won straight up.
Liberty.
Bibberty.
Yeah, King D came in to take Liberty yesterday. I saw they were down early. I'm like, what's going on with the Libs? 4 OT? You know what that is. I'm going to look at the thing here. Never in doubt?
Well, no, if they minus 3.5, 4 OT.
Oh, 29. Yeah, 29-27.
It was the same deal. I had Houston, and once they got to that third OT or whatever, I knew it was a loser.
That's right, because they go for 2, right?
Yeah, because it's trading 2s. At that point, my plus whatever points cashes.
I mean, a 4 overtime loser. How brutal is that? At 2 overtimes, no scoring. Like it. How does that game barely gets over in 4 overtimes, and then Appalachian State goes over 120
in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter,
it could have been 0-0 going into the fourth, and it still went over.
Best bet for today. I mean, I got a
Tampa for the sweep. Let's go.
Like I have I got the over White Sox.
I'll agree with the over in the White Sox game. There you go. There's your one play.
I got San Fran under, and I got Braves run line. Today's not a day for me to really jump on to unload on one game, Danny, I'm sorry. I mean, if you're looking to, honestly, I'd say Tampa, right? I mean, fade the Yanks. They look miserable. But I'm not starting to do one. I mean, I have 4 games. I'm gonna give you one, and that game loses. I go 3-1, and then you're annoyed. If I don't even know here. I mean, maybe back on the Baltimore under, maybe. Phillies money line, Jackson State money line, Florida State money line, money line Mills. Yeah, money line Mills. What do we got here with Filthy Delphia? Small dog versus Redone. All right, at least you're a dog. I get it. Jackson State. I don't get into the small colleges much. Florida State taking it against LSU. Again, I don't know what the Jackson State line is. If you're all taking plus monies, good luck to you. Mike, what do you say? NFL, Buffalo, Miami, Cincy, Philly, Raiders, over Raiders. All right, Buffalo. I got them minus 135. I wish you took them plus 2, but I waited too long on that. Miami, I think, wins. Cincinnati, I am against you there. I'm taking a dog. Philadelphia, against you there. The Philadelphia loses outright. Raiders. The Raiders. Let's see. We've got here with some Charger money here. I probably like the Chargers that day. Over, yes. Over, yes. But Raiders, no. Right? Still a 3. I'll go over to 52 with you. Cincy, I already bet the Steelers plus a touchdown. And the Lions beat Philadelphia. Big X is in the house. What do you say, fella? Welcome in. Tigers game. Detroit, Manning on the hill. You know I like Manning. You know I like a lot of these. Well, maybe you don't know, Gregory. I don't know if you're new to the show. I am a Tiger guy, not like Detroit Lenny, but I thought Tigers with Manning and Skubal and Alexander and all these young pitchers, I was expecting a nice season. Did not get there. A lot of guys hurt. I would back Manning. In fact, I'm crazy like this, though, where I'd say, you know what, let's just do a run line, look for a big payday, but I think they win today. Maybe even an under. Definitely an under. Tigers are an under team, but I do like the Tigers with you and Manning. Yes. I don't want 12. Why? You love it. You know why I don't love it? If you're watching the game yesterday, you saw Oregon get run out of the building. Notre Dame should have got run out of the building. Utah can't win against an unranked team. You're supposed to be a top team. No, we don't need a college playoff. Why?
But it's more
Why?
games for us to bet on.
No, I'll take the bowl games a lot better because I have a month of a line to jump on. And no. How do you want more teams? How many teams are winning the national championship? 3.
Alabama, Georgia,
and maybe Ohio State. That's it. That is it. Why we're putting more teams in? Why? No.
More money.
No. So I could see a team from the Pac-12 or the Big 12 or the ACC get run out of the building. It's not even. It's a joke. It's ridiculous.
It's gonna be
people say, the SEC they get so. I don't know. Anytime I see the SEC, there's curb stomping some poor sap from the Pac-12 or the Big 12 or the Big 10. It's not even close.
Well,
Ohio
you'll
State's
have
the
a
only
12
team that
team
recruits
thing,
like
but
that.
it'll be 7 SEC teams. So there you go.
But I don't need that because the other SEC teams are crap. Like I don't need to see a 8-4 LSU team in there. No, thank you. No.
Give me more games to bet.
No, I want Major League Baseball to get rid of 6 teams. I want it to go back to like 3 division winners. If you want to give me 2 wild cards and then they have the 1-game playoff and then face a team that won, I want to go back to 2 divisions. I'm all about you don't get a trophy for participating. No, it doesn't happen that way. Win a division, that's it. 2 teams play. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. It's Thunderdome, baby. That's it. Let's go to the NBA. Yeah, let's have 24 teams in the playoffs. It's great. Let's not have a season. Let's just play for a month and then have a giant round robin and then that's it. No. Bring that crap in here. More playoff teams. Get the hell out of here. Thoughts on Seattle and Cleveland today? Let's see what we got on the Mariners and the Tribe. Who's on the hill today? We got Kirby versus Quantrill. Definitely probably another underlook for me. And I would take the little home puppies with Cleveland. Yeah. Exactly, Mike. The Clemson love, I guess the defense is okay. As I said earlier in the show, their quarterback threw 9 touchdown passes last year. He threw 9 touchdown passes. And they're 23-point favorites. Granted, it's Georgia Tech. Under. I'm not a Clemson. I can't. That's why I kind of like NC State over Clemson. I got to see, how do you have a quarterback throw 9 touchdowns? I saw a quarterback throw 7 touchdowns in a game. I mean, this is crazy. Free minds in the house. Welcome in on a Sunday. Everyone in baseball was thinking to be the Tampa Bays. No money, no stadium, get done every year. Seriously. Tampa Bay Rays are the, late 90, early 2000 Oakland A's. But better. Lane, welcome on in. Dan, are you in Virginia Beach? Lane, what are you doing? Are you like stalking a guy here? How do you know he's in Virginia Beach? He won't miss a start. I don't know. I mean, if I'm the Mets, I'm not looking to run him back out next start.
He'll have an extra day of rest.
Push it
He'll be
back. What are
fine.
you doing?
You
Yeah.
gotta keep him. You gotta keep him in a
Yeah, sure. Go
system.
out there. Go out there next week, and then you actually pull something, and you're out for 2 weeks. I'll be back for the playoffs, though. It's all right. I'll be back I'm a little sore, but I'll be 100% for the playoffs at 38 with 5,000 innings on my arm. Yeah. Oh, Met fans, come on, John. I'd rather miss a start or push it back. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to beat the Pirates in September, or do you want to get to the World Series? Brian Kelly Turner's gonna get off to a rough start. FSU +4. I'm not a hater of taking Florida State because you have a coach who's been there. Coach on the hot seat. I've said it from when we did our preview show. Things are rough down there. He needs a big win. Brian Kelly, will he have this? Will he right the ship? He did a great job in Notre Dame. He should probably do an even better job in LSU because he's got better players. Might take a minute. You want to take the points? I'm not gonna say no. I also like the over. Brewers, yes. This is the problem with the Brew Crew, right? We love the pitching. 0 bats. 0 bats. You trade Hader for like another pitcher. What are you doing? If you trade Hader, at least get a bat. Can you get a bat? Can you get a bat this offseason? You've wasted another good season by Burns and even Peralta, Woodruff. I mean, Yelich though, yeah, he's gonna bounce back to his one fluke year when he was good. Terrible. Oh boy, we got bad word guy in here. Bad word guy. Raiders and Chargers game had a close 1,000 yards of offense video game last year. That was last year, Mike. What are we doing? I still like the over though. WNBA, Tim, anything?
Yes, hold on. I made a bet in for it. Da 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 da. Aces and Sky, both money line, both pick'ems.
Just check my FanDuel. Air Force bet did hit. I know it hit. It was up. I mean, they were up 37-7 early. I know I sure as heck didn't say Navy because some guy in here was like, "What do you think about Navy and Delaware?" I'm like, "Well, really?" I said take the Blue Hens, and I think they won outright. I know I said Air Force because I had Air Force in the chat. Come on, bro, with this. You got to put this up here. FSU under. I am against you. I am against you. Alabama over was rigged. Speaking of rigged, have you watched the Tim Donahue on Netflix? I always joke the NBA's rigged, right? I mean, Nick Bavetta, we call him. And then Donahue, and you hear him talk about these refs and how they don't like some coaches. The coaches give them crap, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm going to coach bad against this guy or ref bad against him." And then I remember when it came out, there was other guys involved, right? He made calls to Scott Foster, a couple other people, and the fact that the NBA put a kibosh, they leaked that information so the FBI could not get the wiretap working on the other refs. And it's not to say that it's thick, like, although that the coaches or the refs were like, you know what, that guy's a jerk off, and we don't like him, and we're going to call penalty fouls on him. Like Allen Iverson, like threatened some guy, like I'm going to kick your ass or something. And they're like, oh yeah, well next time we play, the refs were like, next time he plays, watch this, we're going to call him for traveling every game. Now I don't think the majority of guys are betting on his games. I think they're just trying to be like, you know what, screw you, we'll show you. I think you get that. I don't think it's like rigged to the fact they're betting on games. Although the playoffs, like Donahue brought up, and you could go back to it, Kings Lakers series that the Kings should have won, and all these crazy fouls, and Donahue's like, these guys get to move on. Look at Tim Donahue's record of fouls. He was one of the top 2 or 3 best rated referees in the NBA. Anyway, interesting. Go watch that documentary. I like the Mets to get revenge against Washington today. Chris, you're really going out on a limb with a $3 fave today against the team in last place. Yeah, how do you like them today? No run support. I don't know. I'm not looking to bet Cookie Carrasco minus $3-something. Stay away. Don't do it. Chris, don't do it. North Texas did not cover. No mean green cover. Yanks money like that. Everybody's down them. Yeah, I mean, because they're due to win, Dave. Tim, what are the Yankees the last month and a half? What are they? 8
I
and
think
30?
they went 10-18 in August. They're
Did they have 10 wins?
9-20, I believe it was since the All-Star break, and in 20 of those games they scored 3 runs or less. And actually, it would be 9-21 now because they lost last night.
Tampa Bay for the sweep.
Tampa Bay in the
49ers.
division.
Listen,
But you missed
Bears.
out on your line. If you wanted Tampa Bay, you should have grabbed them before the series at 14-1. Now they're sitting at plus 475.
Yeah. But we said that in the show. No way. Bears cover. Best Nerfy today? They're all best Nerfies to me, Kim. You know that. I'm a Nerfy every single game. I like all the unders. But if I'm doing an under, probably Seattle. Seattle won. And then, believe it or not, I might put Yankees number 2 because they're not good offenses there. Best bet of the day, Sunday night ESPN game, always the under. I'm not going to say no to that, Chris, because every John, Dick, and Harry are going to be like favorites in the over on the Sunday night. So, sure. Although tonight's game, it's a 9.5, a big number. I actually see a random 10 offshore. Clevenger and Ferguson. I never bet odds boost, but I bet Judge record Caribbean run score plus $2. But that, I don't mind that one because Judge could just hit a home run like he did yesterday and be the only offense. So if you get Judge at a 2-1 for a Ribby run prop, why wouldn't you take it? The guy hits a home run every 3 days. So I'll say that's fine with me. I'm not going to betting the Yankees as a favorite. Yeah, I'm going to be like, what are you doing? I mean, I would just be betting against the Yankees this entire month because they're going to be favorites. They're favorites again today. And Tampa Bay's got them twice. Why are they a favorite? Montes just due to pitch good? With his 5-year race that's coming to the Yanks? Yeah. Both WNBA games under.
Sure. They're early games. Why not?
Jackson State, here we go. Small school. I got nothing on this. I don't pretend to know this. I don't pretend to know tennis. UFC, WNBA, CFL. Nothing. I don't. We'll see how they do, Moneyline Mills. I do not know. I don't bet it. Did not bet it. Won't bet it. NBA thoughts. We just popped them up here. Aces in Sky. The bailout bet of the day. What's that? Tim Earl's. That's the bailout bet. Sun Sky.
No, that's not. That he was asking about the game. I like the Sun.
All right. Some days are bad days. I mean, the other day I had 2 games. Today I bet just a couple games. You don't have to bet something just because you wake up in the morning. I mean, that's some days we like it more than others, right? I mean, yesterday we rolled out a bunch of games. Today, not so much. Richard P's late. It's okay. Welcome on into the show. Sun Sky over. We just like the sides. More players will compete. Trust me. Tired of meaningless Little Caesars Bowl. I don't know if they'll compete. Here's the thing, King. If you want to compete during the regular season and get a win. Win during the regular season. Not what you're going to win because it's the playoffs. You should be in the playoffs because you didn't win during the regular season. No. Well, I mean, I don't need a bunch of teams that lost during the regular season that couldn't win. Now you're going to. That's like, well, they're going to win today because they lost yesterday. No, doesn't work that way. Nope. If Texas A&M wants to be in the playoffs, beat Alabama, beat LSU, beat Georgia in championship game, and go to the playoffs. If Oklahoma or Texas or Oklahoma State or Baylor run the table, beat bad teams badly.
And 12:46. I totally missed that. I missed out on that one. I was not paying attention. Yeah, he'll be back in a minute. I mean, I'm okay with the 12 team thing, but I just like more games to bet on. I think it's more fun that way. But that's just me. I mean, by the time we get to the end of the year, people are just done with it anyway. So, oh, you didn't even have to Oh, never mind. Anyways, you'll end up getting back into this. Yeah, I'm all right with having 12 teams to make it more competitive, and then more absolute shit stompings. To be completely honest, it'll result in a lot of blowouts, but at least more teams will theoretically have a chance. Um, and maybe teams might care about bowl games because at the end of the day, you'll still get whatever bowl games are going on. I don't know. Sure, I like it, but I know a lot of people will be like, well, it's just going to result in a lot. But you also got to think it could also result in a lot more teams kind of getting more neutral, like not more neutral, but a lot more teams getting more money and being able to really go through with and be able to get um better recruits because hey, maybe you made a playoff one year, maybe you get some more recruits, more money. I think it's better for the other schools to try to bring a little bit more balance to college football so that maybe not everything is through the SEC. Maybe you get a Pac 12 team or something that comes in and all of a sudden, because now they're in the playoff, they get more money and it can kind of balance out more stuff. But I don't know. We'll see.
Rudy Stamp, no. Less. I go to YouTube and it's still everything's fine. YouTube's fine, Twitter's fine. Not this shit ass StreamYard. Ridiculous. Listen, no playoff teams, man. 4, that's it. I mean, no. Well, I mean, how many playoff teams should we have in baseball? 12, 16? Let's have 20 teams. It's like the NBA. We're going to have a big playoff. You know what? The same freaking 4 teams are in the championship game. There's rarely somebody gets a championship game who shouldn't be there. Doesn't happen. Win a regular season, win your championship, and get to the playoffs. You know what, Utah? You blew it. You had a chance to beat a team that's not even ranked. You couldn't do it. You're out. Good night. Adios. Thanks for coming. The season's over September 3rd. Have fun in the Pac 12 championship game. That's all you get. See you in a Rose Bowl against Ohio State or Michigan. That's your season.
Yeah,
you can't win. You don't deserve to be with the big boys. You couldn't beat a junior big boy. Yep. Goodbye to you, King D. Get out of here with that stuff. Get out of here. I was on Houston, San Antonio, and Wyoming, Tulsa, both double overtime losses. Rough ones. Well, I had San Antonio should have been a cover. Oh, well, you said Houston. So you took the faves. You lost with the faves, Dave. Angry about Utah State could score. Coach should be fired. Punting a midfielder, you're down 55. How about you're back in Ohio State at 14 and Notre Dame is on their own 5-yard line, down 2 scores, and they punt. Like, you're not going for it? No, that should have been. It's 4th down. We're going for it. You turn the ball over. Ohio State punches it in. 28-10 final. Good day, sir. Party's over. Now they punt. Crappy coaches. I would lean Florida State, but I got the over for the show, honestly. Parlay D-backs, Mets, Braves, Dodgers. It looks good, Ruben, right? But let's be honest. You're going to go 3-1. Something's going to go wrong. No, they couldn't score. I know they couldn't score. But, I mean, you don't punt the ball when you're down. Go for it. Listen, they got their money. They don't care. Cubs cards over seems low. Yeah, but they have faced each other a few times. I say over. Over. What about the Broncos? We like Seattle in week 1. And the Browns, we've already got Cleveland. Excuse me. We have Carolina. Here you go. NFL week 1. Panthers +4. Should have been here weeks ago. We gave this pick out. Told you to bet it. I said there's going to be no Mayfield or no Deshaun Watson. Take Carolina. Now they're 2-point fave. Way ahead of you. Raise money line for the sleep. Yes. Old days, guys that missed start. Yeah, just bowl games. Bowl games, playoffs, you had a ranking system, and it was what it was. Then he had to come in with the BCS thing. I don't know. I'm old enough to remember that joke where the Hurricanes beat everybody in front of them and couldn't get to the championship game. I mean, I get it. There's sometimes little problems with stuff like this. But the end of November, when the season is over, if you're telling me there's 16 teams that are capable of winning a championship game, I'm gonna call you a liar to your face because you're a liar. There'll be 3 teams, maybe 2.5. One everybody thinks is gonna win. Rob, good morning. Ace of Storm Under. We just like the sides. We just got the sides in these games.
Although I'm not going to talk you off and under. It's 2 early games.
Braves run line. You're laying. Well, I got that too. So I'm at even money there. I don't mind. Red Sox going for Texas 120. I thought that was a run line. I thought you were going for a bigger payday, but 120, sure. Orioles run line 120. Take that plus money. Yes, kind of like the under there. White Sox money line. Over for me there in the White Sox after the basically no and the shutout last night. Toronto run line minus 130 over Pittsburgh. Did they lose yesterday, Toronto?
No, they won.
They won. I thought it was like 1-1. I thought I saw later 2-1 or something.
But I will say real quick with the White Sox, I'm on the over. I would lean White Sox as well. I know it's Giolito.
He's pitched better though. Remember, I said he hasn't pitched bad, but I think we'll see some runs after a.
No,
he has.
He got hit for like 5 runs last start
and still stayed under. I think.
No, that game went over the game before went under.
That's right, against Baltimore.
Yeah. I think Chicago wins the division. They're 2 games back now. And they no longer have to deal with Tony La Russa.
Who's
on
hiring.
Medical leave.
I just think Cleveland has the best staff in the division.
They do.
White Sox obviously have the best lineup. Minnesota is a team that I have no idea where they're coming or going.
I think Chicago has a decent shot to win the division now.
Well, if their pitching comes around, they should. But if they're going to face good pitching and lose, it's Cleveland's division to lose right now with a 1-game lead.
Yeah, 1 game over Minnesota, 2 game over Chicago.
Yes. Yeah. LSU. I got, I'm just looking for an over here, Rob. I need a high-flying game to end my night. And just so you know, folks, we're doing NFL look ahead lines tonight. Don't miss it. Who will win the NBA title?
Chicago Sky win back-to-back.
Chicago Sky. There you go. Richard Lynn in the house. What do you say, fella? Welcome. I know who Donahue was before they came out. Yeah, well, I mean, it was big news a decade ago when it happened. Absolutely. He absolutely shut it down. Yes. I mean, and you can't, as opposed to like, you can't, I don't say it's like fixing, right? That's like a bad. Now, the whole thing about series going 7, I've been, I joke, but listen, since I've been betting in the 90s, that crap's gone on. Extended series, you always saw crazy crap. Like you just knew, you're like, and you joke about like, yeah, they want the ratings, they want the money. You'd bet it just to laugh about it because 7 out of 10 times it happened. Lex, you know how we roll, Playboy. A lot of class here. I got to ride them Orioles, yes, but run line them though. I can't tell you to do a 175. Or still the Orioles there. Fernando doing pretty good. Fernando, we got to get together. I got to roll up to your shop again and hang out for a college football Saturday or something. Or let's say an NFL Sunday. You need some chicken wings though for me up there. If I'm gonna hang out on NFL Sunday for 12 hours, I need wings. No offense to the fajitas. How often do the Yankees get swept?
One time this year.
I'm just saying I'm not betting the Yankees as a favorite. Now we've said the last 2 days to take Tampa Bay, so at this point you should be 2-0 taking Tampa and playing with house money.
They got swept by the Cardinals, by the way.
Fade the Yankees every game. They're a favorite every single time, and they're losing 50% of their games or more lately. I mean, for the last month and a half. I mean, what are we doing? Betting Yanks every game. You're down money. Player prop day, Henderson Homer. Yes, I know who he is. Go for it. I like it, Mike. Go for it. I'm all about for crazy bets. Why not? Especially on a day where you don't like much. Take the shot. A quarter, $50, 100, and nickel if you're a big baller. I don't know what you're doing on it. Throw some on it, sure. Atlanta St. Louis last Sunday night went over. I don't mind overs on a Sunday night. I mean, I get the public's going to be on it and it'll be a square play. For me, Justin, I just don't bet it because it's a Sunday night game or it's a bailout game. I put things out there I like, and that's that. You know that. You've been in here. Baltimore run line, yes. Yanks over. How are we doing over? They can't hit the ball. I mean, it's a 7 with this guy pitching for Tampa. Wow. That's how much respect or zero respect bookmakers have for the New York Yankees. That you have a 30-year-old journeyman 18th round pick coming into play, and the Cat's made, what's he got? 1 start under his belt this year? Guy's got 1 start, 3 innings. Everything else, 1 inning, 1 inning, 1 inning, 1 inning, 1 and a third. And it's still under a 7. It's the total is still a 7 with a guy who's in his 30s, made 1 start this year. He's got 40 games and 47 innings. Yeah, run to those Yankees. See, that is Tampa Bay and the under. Tampa Bay run line today. Tampa Bay wins again 3-1 or something. Yes. Yankees starting to Sir Roger. Sir Roger said that he came in, they won like 3-4 in a row. He said they're never going to lose again. Then he proceeded to get beat up against the Angels and Tampa Bay. So he's coming in on a Sunday. I think he did this last time. He came in on a Sunday when the Yanks were on a losing streak. We'll see how it works out. The freeze happened. Yes, it did, Tyreek. We were frozen. That was me. I came in on YouTube. I could type in on YouTube. I'm watching it live on YouTube, but he had to freeze us here on this dumbass StreamYard. Card super run line. Wilson's looking to get a St. Louis payday. Does not fail. Death taxes in the freeze. And the Yankees not winning. Orioles run line, yes. Royals, I don't know. I like Matt Manning. I'm going to say no to that. Jimbo at A&M. Seriously. Jimbo wants to be in the playoffs. Beat Alabama, right? Do they have Alabama at home or on the road this year? I don't have the schedule in front of me. Beat Alabama. Get to the championship game. Win it. If you're 11-1 or something out of the SEC, I think you go because you've beat LSU, Alabama, Georgia. You've beaten good teams. But win. I don't need to see a 9-3 team in the playoffs. That's a joke. This isn't the NFL where like a quarterback's out, like somebody's out for 6 weeks and then they come back and they go on a run. They're 10-6, and that's totally different to college football. That does not happen in college football. Best sports book. I mean, Circa and the Westgate. South Point. I don't know where you're staying. Where are you staying, Mike? Made it here for the freeze. Wonderful. Love the freeze. Any thoughts on Green Bay Vikings? I like Minnesota. Saban's going to show you who's at it. I agree. Saban's. What's there to say about Saban? I was telling my son, we were watching the game the other night, talking about Nick Saban. I said, this guy, he gets better up. He couldn't coach in the NFL. He wanted Drew Brees. They said, no, we'll get you Dante Culpepper. Then he gets hurt, and he's got Joey Harrington as his quarterback. And he goes 7-8 or whatever that he did, or 8, just something ridiculous. The dude would have been a playoff. He would have been a playoff head coach and a Super Bowl head coach if he had time. He's like, I'm getting out of here. And why not? I want Drew Brees. You say, oh, the medical people like Drew Brees will never be able to throw again. I don't know. He goes to New Orleans Saints and the guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, Saban's a bad NFL coach. Brewers nerfy. I'll say okay to that, right? Gallen's going to come in and mow him down, and I don't like Arizona enough to think they'll score a run there. I mean, I know it's not one of the sexy guys pitching. We got Jason Alexander, trying to earn money after Seinfeld, but Houston yesterday, shaking my head. Why did I think the Yanks could play yesterday? I don't know, Lex. You don't get that from us in here. We never say the Yanks could play. Don't destroy my equipment. I'm about to. Cleveland Mariners always a yes run first inning. Really? Really? Is it really? I look at Cleveland and Seattle as two teams that have trouble scoring with decent pitchers. J-Rod messes up the Nerfy. Yeah, I like Julio Rodriguez. Braves Nerfy. What low-key, what worries me here is Pablo Lopez. Now, I got Atlanta run line. Lopez, as much as I love the guy, he's been giving up runs lately. So that's a no-go for me. I watch big fade people, a couple go, Mike, you're preacher to the choir here, but people still do what they do. They're coming tomorrow, and they'll be like, oh, this team messed up my parlay. It's always messing up a parlay because they want to take the big faves instead of just passing. It's tough. I understand. It's 2022. I've been since what, 1990? Been on offshore since 95, 96. I understand you want to bet the fave. I get it. I do stupid things too. A parlay, a teaser, whatever. You make mistakes. If you want to do this and really make money at it or whatever, you can't be doing stuff like that. It's tough. I understand it's tough. I mean, I'm a fat guy. I know it's tough. Stop pushing away, the extra half a sandwich. Same thing with the card. You can't just bet it to bet it.
I heard sandwiches.
Yes, love sandwiches. White Sox, Red Sox, both over. I'm going to say okay to that. Rays, Royals, Mariners, Stros all win. Rays, yes. I like the Rays say. Orioles, run. Listen, do they win? Yeah. I'm not going to tell you to lay 175 be a run line. Mariners, I kind of like Cleveland. Kind of like Cleveland today. And again, Houston, it has to be a run line against Davidson. I don't want to lay 150 on the road. Rodon case over against San Diego. I'll get behind you on that. I like Rodon today. I got the under. I want a lot of strikeouts. I want 12. Actually, I don't want too many strikeouts because then the bullpen comes in and screws up my under. Blue Bombers in CFL action. Who's that? Calgary Blue Bombers?
Take Winnipeg. Take them -3.5. Don't take them money line.
There you go. Orioles have some of the best players in baseball. Great turnaround last year. Dumpster fire. They were. They improved for sure. Got no run 34 innings. I know. It's been fabulous. Fabulous. Mets, Braves win and Blue Jays under. The Mets should win. They're playing the Nationals. The Braves should win. Max Fried's on the hill. And Toronto is a $2 favorite on the road. Yes. They all should win. Am I going to tell you take all these guys money line? No.
Blue Jays under. It's 3-0 in the fourth. So
really, that's a loser. Blue Jays are already playing. Yanks over. No, Scott. The Yanks can't hit. That's why it's a 7 versus a no-name journeyman bullpen guy. Because the Yanks are trash. Yes. There we go. Little Twin Peaks. I like it. Just took a Reds live 135. Suns plus the number under 165 for a 505 parlay. The Reds. Were the Reds down already? Are they up?
0-0. And there's been one hit combined in the first 3.5 innings.
And making money would be good. See, I don't mind. If I'm there having wings, I don't care. I'll just have the games on and have a good time. LSU. I like the over. Houston, Atlanta, Dodgers, KC, Arizona, Seattle under. Good afternoon. Good luck. Gracious coming in. Fave Town. It's Favoriteville. With the exception of the KC game. Texas, Boston over. Yeah, I'll always do a Boston over with that bullpen. Timmy will bring Yarbrough in a second. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make a difference. Yankees are not hitting. I don't want anything to do with Yankees laying any kind of money. I'm not looking at any Yankee overs. No. Mondays, tomorrow, all week long in the video, it'll be anti-Yankee. I should have had Tampa Bay every game. I had them yesterday, but I did run line like a dummy. I should just put the money lines in there for Tampa all weekend. Baltimore, yes. St. Louis, Miklos, sure. Houston, okay. Texas, Boston over, yes. 4-game parlay. I think you should be all right there. Just wondering, do the Reds beat the Rockies by 2 first game? Well, they're playing right now. I would say, again, why are we running to bet this game, Willie? Is it just because it's early? I want to get down on a game? I have no opinion on that game. And I bet 800 baseball games this year. That game, I wanted nothing to do with it. And neither should you. Better continue to bet Yankees. It's just for fun. Seriously. I say that, listen, you have fun or you want to make money? Two totally different things when it comes to sports betting. And you get on Twitter or TikTok and stuff, there's a lot of people having fun doing about a dumb crap. All right. I mean, we're going to win, we're going to lose, but man, do you want to lose like really badly with some nonsense bad bets? Stop it. Stop. Willie Reese, welcome. Virginia Tech under all day. Is that for next week? I didn't print out the lines for next week yet. I say giving winners, but nobody listens. I listen to you. I listen. I write down your picks when you come in here with your lock. When you say do this, come on, Rich. What are you talking about? We're going to parlay 2 to 3 games max. Seriously, and even I'm not a huge parlay guy, but I understand. And sometimes I do stuff like that. Like I'll get involved with, like you're more like this is more for like college football kind of stuff with the big faves. Like I'll do dumb stuff for a little bit, but it's not like it's like a regular bet for me. It's not like a $3 or $5 or dimes on those kind of things. Never. When are we going to stop betting parlays? People never stop betting parlays. I don't know. I mean, I understand the attraction of it. They look real easy. I'm taking the Mets minus $4. I'm taking all the faves. One loses, you're 5-1, and you're down money instead of being up money. I don't get it.
You see the beautiful buildings in Vegas with all the flashy lights? It's because people don't stop betting parlays. You're welcome.
I do not get it. I mean, now I'm not a guy who says, right? I mean, I don't like doing minus 140 money lines. But that being said, if you're going to take all the faves, all right, at least you're taking them. You're going to go 5-1. You still make a little money. You go 5-2. You still make a little bit of money. Put in a parlay, you're down. That's sickening to me to go 4-1 and lose money. Diamondbacks, yes, plus that 160, get it. Yeah, we love Gallen, Victor. He's our guy. Blue Bombers. I think Tim said money line.
Minus
later points, but
they're 3.5 point favorites.
I mean, what are they? So it's like 160 on the money line.
Probably something like that.
Oh, stopping the betting after tonight. No, I don't like the Reds, and the Reds are already playing. You miss this game. It's in the 4th inning. I mean, this comment is 3 minutes old, but there's no way that game's been on for a half hour at least, probably an hour. Anderson is a plus 27 ERA. Is that for the night game? They throw these 260 bets out, Richard, right? So what am I supposed to say to that? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not. So I say, if you want to do that, you gotta put in a parlay. But that being said, I hit the caveat of you take $260, $3, and all of a sudden the one team goes down, and you're 1-2, and you're a loser.
Real quick with the Cincinnati Anderson, Kim, do you realize he's pitched 2 innings this year? He's gotten hit 7 earned runs in 2 innings, but you realize he's pitched 2 innings this year, and that's it. That's why he has a 27 ERA.
Okay, here we go. Willie's coming in with a game that hasn't started. Okay, so Red Sox today. I like Dane Dunning. He's pitched well. I understand you want to bet the Sox. It's only 120. I get it. So, okay. I mean, I don't like it. I'm not betting it. Stop betting parlays. Blasphemy. Yeah. Lex, Mr. 17-legger. Florida State. I like Florida State today. I do like Florida State. I do have the over. Parlays are easy only in the NFL with alternate props. First to score 20, both to score 10. Oh, my goodness. Stark. Any thoughts on Stros Dodgers? No opinion on that game. I mean, Astros, it would be a run line 110 against Tucker Davidson for me. And the Dodgers, again, run line or nothing. And this is a guy who's Ferguson, limited kind of stuff. I got nothing on it. No action for me. Detroit under anytime you got a Tiger game, under, wonderful. What's the first thing you see in a sports book? Should be, if you're in a real sports book, you see a giant screens in front of you. 2 innings. Kim says, I know he had 2 innings. I've never quit a parlay. It's been hooked since $1 made me 350. 350. $1 made you 3,500. Oh yeah. I took Sky, Aces, O's, Baltimore plus 2.5, St. Louis first 5. Look at this one. Boston plus 2.5. All right. I mean, this one doesn't look terrible, I guess. I mean, Tim, I think like the Sky and Aces, so we'll say okay to those. I like the Orioles.
I mean, the Sky game already started. It's already halfway through the first, but
Boston 2.5 runs. It's in a par. Okay. I mean, it's not terrible. All free bets getting parlayed. I just, again, I understand the allure of the parlay. You put them in there. It's 50 to win 600. It's $1 to win 47. And then you win that at 47, you could do something else with. I understand completely. And we have a whole Just Parlay show at 2:00 for you to watch Monday through Friday for the Parlay gang. And I say it. Do I do them sometimes? Yes. For me in here to come in and give out stuff like that and big faves, and I just don't do it. I don't do it. I try. My show's a little different. We know this. A lot of people do shows. Mine's a lot different than a lot of people's. Not many like this. All right, listen. Look at lines tonight. If you want to come back tonight, talk NFL football. Talk about how I got a good line, and then when Sunday comes, I'm gonna have a winner, and you're gonna have a loser. It is what it is. Look at lines tonight, 10:00. Maybe you'll be here. Maybe you won't. Usually, there's only about a dozen people. That's fine. That's fine. MVP Sportsbook. I think I'm the reason they went out of business. $1 made me 3,500 a year ago. I've never even heard of MVP Sportsbook. The thing with those, there's a lot of like garbage places out there. I constantly, now during this season, because I did I said, hey, if you go get my little donation to my son's football team, I said I'd give you like 2 weeks of play. So I had there was a lot of anonymous stuff, and then people kind of wrote in that they donate to it. So I usually don't go into the unchecked message systems. Like, I guess you got to be friends with somebody to get messages, or I have no idea. So every once in a while I'll pop in there. And the amount of fugazi ass sports books, like, hey, come deposit 10,000 with me. Yeah. I'm just gonna send 10 grand to you. Sure. Fugazi sports books. Watch the sports books, folks. As much as they're about a joke cappers now, or tats, or whatever the hell you want to call. I mean, don't call me that. I mean, I say I'm a better more than a tout kind of guy. I'm a better. I bet a lot of games. I've been on sites. Yes. Forget about all the jokers that come out of the woodwork now with sports betting. Like anytime a new state gets it, there's 400 new Twitters and TikToks coming out like, oh my goodness, I'm a pro. Really? I mean, come on. Same goes with sports books. It's terrible. And even the good ones, I didn't even say the good ones, even the legal ones that people mention here, they're crap. They are absolute trash. Limiting, nonsense, rollover. Freaking. Fernando, I'll see you later. Rich, I appreciate it. I try to do the good thing here, right? We give out winners. We have some laughs. It's a good show. I don't know. Michael, you too. Atlanta run line today? Yes, I already betted, Abraham. Yes. Rob, have a good day today. Thank you for coming in. And that's a wrap here for a Sunday fun day. Tonight, look at lines. I will see you then. Bye-bye. Oh, I can't close out the show, so the music's not working. See if the end broadcast works. Tim, you might have to hit the button because I can't. It's not working for me.